In today's video, we're going to be going over 7 entry-level jobs that will allow you to learn more about real estate. Whether you're looking to get a job in the real estate industry, either as an agent, perhaps working in property management, or maybe commercial real estate, or you simply just want to understand the power of real estate for building long-term wealth, and you want to get some experience working with people in the industry, so when the time comes, you'll know the right way to invest your money in properties. Now, these are all great jobs for college students, or perhaps people in their 20s, or maybe somebody who's in between jobs and is looking to expand their expertise, because these gigs don't require that much experience, if any at all, and they're typically pretty widely available to anybody who's willing to hustle to find them. Before I get started, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and comment any video ideas you have in the comment section. So let's get into it. So the first thing you can do is go get a job as a resident assistant. And working as a resident assistant, or an RA for short, was actually my first experience working in the real estate industry, and this falls within the property management field, and these jobs tend to be pretty readily available, especially if you live in a highly populated college or urban-dominated area, because there's always a lot of large apartment complexes in those areas. The management companies who run these properties are always looking for good talent to help them manage and keep the properties under control. Resident assistants are typically responsible for things like maintaining order on the property, handling security and the 24/7 phone line duties, customer service, and sometimes giving tours and helping lease out vacant units. Typically, a resident assistant is compensated with free rent, and if you work full-time, then you're most likely going to get some form of stipend in addition to not having to pay any rent at all. The one downside is that as a resident assistant, you typically will be required to live on site, and you may be viewed as the problem solver to all the residents in the complex. You can expect some late-night phone calls and knocks on your door when people have locked themselves out or maybe overflowed their toilet or something like that. But regardless, you should consider this gig. You can typically make up to about $15 per hour, and oftentimes it's tax-free because it goes directly towards your rent as a credit. The second job you can get is a leasing agent position. And this is similar to a resident assistant, but typically leasing agents are not required to live on site, and they don't handle any kind of on-site duties. This role is typically responsible for working in the property management office headquarters and handling any inquiries about vacant units. You will typically spend a lot of time calling on leads and prospects that have inquired about the property, setting up and administering tours of the property, and handling all aspects of the leasing process. Now, management companies are most likely going to require that you do have some form of sales or customer service experience to enter this role, but typically not much. Most leasing agent positions advertise that they're looking for individuals that have at least 1 year of sales experience or perhaps customer service experience, which that can literally mean anything. I mean, if you spent a summer or two working in retail, that can technically count as customer service experience. I mean, come on guys, you can just exaggerate on your resume if you have to. Alright, so the third thing you can do is become an assistant at a real estate brokerage. And this is the route that many people looking to become real estate agents will take, as it's a great way to learn about how real estate transactions actually work. And if you're wanting to learn more about real estate sales but are not in a position where you can go without income for months on end before you actually learn the art of the sale, then this could be a good avenue for you. Real estate agents, teams, and brokerages are always needing administrative help, and good assistants are hard to find. And if you're willing to show up early, stay late, and do whatever is needed of you, then you're going to be welcomed in any office and have the opportunity to rub shoulders with some people who are knee-deep in real estate transactions. Alright, number 4 is to become a contractor's assistant, and this may not seem as glamorous as the others on this list, but working in construction or working for a contractor can be a great way to learn about buildings and real estate from the ground up, and I mean that literally. By getting experience with a contractor, you'll pick up on the little things about real estate, what certain renovations cost and how long they take, and how to find or create value in a house or property that actually gives the owners a return on investment. Now, this is probably not something that you're going to want to do for a long period of time, but for anybody interested in house flipping or perhaps owning rental properties, this will for sure be an invaluable experience that most people are too proud to obtain. The fifth thing you can do is become a mortgage broker's assistant. And this is similar to becoming an assistant at a real estate brokerage or for a real estate team, except that instead of learning the intricacies behind a real estate transaction, you're more so going to be learning the details that go into financing a property. You can expect to learn all the different factors that go into financing property, how interest rates and the status of the economy affect financing, and why some investors get much better deals and rates than others do. This is information that you can then take with you when you go into buying your first house, and will allow you to utilize inside information that most people are not aware of. Alright, the sixth thing you can do is become an apartment locator. And this is actually one of my favorites and is right along the lines of being a real estate agent. And this is typically actually a great bridge into becoming a professional real estate agent. But apartment locators are essentially responsible for helping individuals locate new apartment rentals. Landlords are always looking for quality tenants for their rental units, and in many cities, landlords will actually open up their listings and offer a commission to anybody who refers a tenant to them and helps them fill the unit. Now, the one downside is that in most states, to be an official apartment locator, you do need to have your real estate license. That is, if you want to make good money doing so. In some cases, you can find apartment complexes that are going to offer referral bonuses to people who refer new tenants, but the commission is typically going to be much lower, and it's going to be a lot easier if you're licensed and have access to all of the available listings in your area. If you do have your license or don't mind going through the licensing process in order to obtain it, then this can be as simple as just offering your services to friends and family for whenever they need to relocate apartments. Or perhaps finding leads by posting rental listings on platforms such as Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist, and offering to show them some other properties. You can set up a time to meet them, show them a few units, have them fill out a general application for the one that they want most, and send that application over to the listing agent or the management company, and if they get accepted and move into that apartment, then you get paid a small commission. And if you do want to use this as a bridge to becoming a real estate agent, then make sure you keep the contact info of all the people that you helped locate an apartment for, and follow up with them periodically so that you're able to snatch them up as a lead when they're looking to buy something. Now, unfortunately, this model does not work as well in some parts of the country than it does in others. For instance, rental agents and apartment locators are very, very popular on the East Coast, as well as in the South, and these are places like New York, Boston, Atlanta. But commissions for leasing agents on the West Coast are not quite as lucrative. Maybe this is because more people are coming to the West these days and landlords don't need as much help finding tenants. But nevertheless, no matter where you are, this is a good gig to look into. And the last gig on our list today is to become a lead generator for real estate agents. And this is also one of my favorites and something that I do on the side a little bit. Real estate agents are always looking for leads. It's the lifeblood of their business, and the majority of an agent's day typically revolves around lead generation. Realtors spend countless hours studying and practicing the art of lead generation, and will commonly shell out thousands of dollars, if not tens of thousands of dollars per month to acquire new leads. If you have some digital skills and are able to run some basic Facebook and Instagram ads, or perhaps you know how to run a social media account super effectively, then you can offer to help realtors generate more leads through online marketing and other sources. You can use social media and perhaps your sphere of influence to refer leads to these agents, and either work on a referral fee basis where they pay you every time they earn a commission, or you can just have them pay you on a monthly basis for your services. This is something that does require a little bit of upfront knowledge and skill, and you can't just jump in without having some form of marketing or advertising knowledge to offer to these realtors, but it really doesn't take much to learn the skills. And if you actually can generate leads for these realtors, the agents will happily pay you very, very well. So that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed the content and felt like you got some value out of it, go ahead and hit that like button down below, as it really, really helps me as I'm trying to continue to grow this channel and expand my audience. And of course, if you want to join the community, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And any video ideas, comments, or questions, or things you guys want to see me cover next, go ahead and leave a comment down in the section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much and have a great day.